When you look at this roster as we sit here, before Memorial Day, what areas do you think need to be upgraded for the Browns to be kind of what everybody wants them to be?
I think the obvious one, other than we talked about defensive line a little earlier in the show, I think the obvious one is wide receiver, right? I mean, you got Amari Cooper there, and I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be great in this offense. I think him and Deshaun Watson are going to just really play very well off of each other once, again, assuming Watson maybe gets suspended once he's back out there. But I do think, there's a lot of high hopes for David Bell, and I think he's going to end up being a phenomenal player in that slot role, but how much can we really rely on him? Obviously, they feel pretty highly about Donovan Peoples-Jones, and I think we saw some progress and potential in him last year, but I still think he has some room to grow as well. So there's just a lot of question marks still that I have. I mean, there's the reports that they're going to pay David Njoku over $13 million per year to be their number one tight end, and people want to know if he's earned that or not. And again, it's a guy who we haven't seen go over 1,000 yards as a tight end. So some questions still, I think, in that aspect of this offense, and for good reason. And I think another veteran in that room obviously could go a long way. Guys that come to mind, like I love the idea of Will Fuller if he's going to stay healthy. That's always been his biggest bugaboo. Maybe Emmanuel Sanders could make some sense. Maybe a T.Y. Hilton. I don't know what asking prices you're getting for those guys, but those are some of the names sort of off the top of my head that come to mind. I think Julio Jones is kind of the game's passed him by at this point. I don't know what you're going to get out of him, but Will Fuller maybe comes to mind as somebody who stands out. Maybe Deshaun Jackson. I know he's been thrown around a couple times as well, and I think that is one thing this team still needs is a deep threat.
Yeah, I agree with you on a veteran wide receiver. My concern would be if Amari Cooper misses 3-4 games, your wide receiving core is awfully young at that point.
Great point.